this is going to be a very bizarre video. I'm not used to doing this, but you know, why not? So, I'm going to build a microscale pallet town on this amazing desk mat I've got. Why? Because my desk itself is dirty. And the grey might make an interesting like way for it to zoom in and just lose focus on the precious knockoff Lego I've got. Now I have to remember how to put this together. I don't sure remember how I did it. I'm fairly sure that what I'm going with first is I'm putting these across to hold these three base plates together, which will be the base of Pallet Town. Now, the core of this is going to be about 80 trees made up like this. 1x2s. Well, sorry, 1x1 and two 1x1s with little green tree elements. I'm not going to do all those on camera. Let's just skip to the next bit. I seem to be missing a single 1x1 round brown tile plate. But otherwise I've got like just a shitload of these little fuckers. Look at them all. Yeah. That's fun. What should I do next? Should I start building a house? Or do I do something else first? Well, no, what I'll do is I'll start doing but with green down. Because it has, in theory, got a structure to it. Where it has to go. I think, I'm fairly sure, originally it did have a plan. I don't know where it was going to be, or what the plan was. I don't actually think this is actually following it. Because I think maybe I'm an idiot. Let's just put all these little fucking trees. You can all go out. I'll just slide them all here. You can go just there, just above the cheeks. Sit over there for a bit. So this back plate. Look at these. These bits are green to go behind the trees. And I think this piece must be going there. Because there's nowhere else I don't think it would fit. Because these won't fit underneath the houses, because the houses are all bigger. So, there, goes there. Then I'd imagine this will go that side, underneath of the plates. Picking it up just makes it very hard to film, because I am an idiot. Bam. Now, the other side has a 1x3 above it, I believe. And then does it have this going up the side? I don't know. I didn't write down the instructions when I started doing it. But it does seem to fit, so I'll do it. And I'll see if this works. It might not, I don't know. Maybe I should do something different now. I should build Professor Oak's lab, shall we? Which involves all these pieces over here. These little sandy boys. I believe, apart from you. I'm not sure what you're for. Maybe I'll remember in a minute. Are these in shot? Oh yes, they are in shot. Wonderful. Most of shot is just going to be like, oh, wow, that was fun, wasn't it? Just punch the arm that holds my camera up like an absolute clown. I probably should have planned this better, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot. So, first off, these two go at the back. It's the back wall of Professor Oak's lab. On top of that, we're supposed to have two little grey square plates, which I can't see. But I think they are in one of these boxes. Maybe this box. Or maybe it's possible I just didn't order them. It's entirely possible I just don't have them here. Well, yeah, that'll make things a bit harder, won't it? I'll come back to that in a bit. Well, whatever. Anyway, so the doors of it are supposed to be, I believe, it's a 1x1 Technique, boys. Well, not windows, sorry, the ground floor windows are Technique block, which is one of these boys here. This one here, because he's got square windows on the ground floor of it, which I couldn't replicate. Well, the original guy who designed this used parts from like 70s Lego that do not exist in this colour, so I had to do a bit of tweaking to make it work. Now, I think the top floor was 4 of these lads. The ground floor is these. I think I'm supposed to have a 1x2 sand jumper, which I don't appear to have. I mean, it's entirely possible I forgot to order it, because I'll be honest with you, I winged this and I am an idiot. So, but you know, we'll try and do what we can. Bloop 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 bloop. So effectively, that's meant to be most of it. I don't know why I have this 1x1 or that. Maybe that's supposed to be part of a path somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll probably start putting down here the actual path as well, the green as I can remember to sit it down. But I don't, because that was there. Then I had, the problem is I don't actually remember where I had 1x3 and where I did not. So it would be really good if I did remember that. For the most part, I'll have to just use, we'll put other green pieces I remember. So once I remember where they go, hopefully, everything else will just fall into place. So I only have one of these. So where did that go? In the diagram. See it from above. Right, so that one went over here. I see, that's where this path goes. This goes here. Right. And then I have these paths walking around Pallet Town, apparently. In all 4 corners. I even have 4 of them. It's a Christmas miracle. And the top corner is 2 down from there. And this bit here. Hopefully everything else goes better than this bit does. And then I've got straight. That's 1x3. That goes there. That's a 1x3. All that goes there. 1x4. So some guy on the internet modelled this a long time ago. He modelled a lot of like leaf green era Gen 1. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. I want to make this. I looked into it, and several people also looked into it, and they were like, oh, what parts did you use? And the bloke's like, well, some don't exist. I'm like, right. Fantastic. So that made it a bit harder. So I had to model it in studio, and then go through all the pieces that existed and try and work out something that looked almost the same. I kind of did that. I'm fairly sure I'm missing several pieces, but maybe they'll turn up. Oh, look, one turned up. It's a Christmas miracle. If I only knew what I was doing. Yes, you go there. So yeah, I had to remodel it to make sense and be feasible, using pieces that did exist, and then I ordered them from a Chinese company that makes knockoff Lego bricks, because if I bought real Lego, I'd be paying for it for my entire life, because as we all know, Lego is fine value per set. However, when you're trying to buy individual pieces, you can pay a lot of money to get some bits. And when some of those pieces do not actually exist, that's when we get into really danger territory. Now, I think these are for the tops of it, because these are underneath the trees. Yes, that's that one. That's that one. What's this going to be? I don't know. We'll work it out when we get to that bit. Now, this bit, that might be for under here. Or it could be for under a house. Actually, I think that is for under this flower bed here. Is it there? Yeah, I think it's there. And this could be for under Professor Oak's house, which is apparently there. This goes in front of his house. This goes in front of his flower bed. This goes in front of this. Is this a good video? Is this good content? Literally don't know. I just was going to make this and thought, well, I might as well record it at the same time. What's the worst that could happen? It's really bad and no one wants to watch it. In which case, well, path of course. These pieces are the long path that goes through most of town. Bloop. Bloop. So, now we have most layout of town. I've got these, which will be underneath other bits of town. So that is for whatever that is. And 3 for this bit of flower bed. I've got 3, which probably goes in this hole here for that. I'd assume then that perhaps I had a 4 and a 3 for these. A 4 and a Come on. If only had a brick separator handy. Let's just try my best to undo this all to get this one piece off that I put in the wrong place. I probably should have just thought before I did it, but I mean, I could have made instructions rather than just assuming I could remember what I was doing weeks later. Yes, it's free! Right, now I'll repair everything I just destroyed. It should be easy. Mostly. So yeah, I kind of worked out the parts list, and then I ordered it. And then when some bits arrived, I had ordered orange rather than red for something, but I managed to fix that. Because well, thankfully everything I had wrong was 1 by 2 by 2 red bricks, which, if you've ever owned Lego, you've probably owned so many of those. And even I had so many of them just sitting about. So, that's most of that. I guess this little green square goes there. Oh, look, it does. Does this little green square go there? I think it does. Yeah, let's go. So, next up. And that was the door on Professor Things, we'll get to in a bit. Let's build some houses, shall we? If I can remember how the houses go together. Because they'll be a little bit intricate, I think. You can go over here, fragments of Professor Oak's lab. I'll move this over the cleft. Because there's lots and lots of tiny red bits in here, which are roofs and such. Because, well, Gen 1 Pallet Town was a very simple structure. But it's still hard doing Lego. This one is like the leaf green era, which I think is better as a thing, as a concept. These two are the mailboxes, and they go on these bits here next to the buildings. Because all the little houses in here have that. So, right, I need to get a lot of grey bricks out. Because the red, I think, is just for... I don't know what red was for, actually. On top of my head. Maybe the top. Maybe the back. I don't remember. Because a lot of them are like red tops and grey fronts. Maybe I made it so you could see the grey from the back because it wouldn't matter. I don't know. Maybe I actually ordered some orange for something else. Maybe these red bricks aren't needed at all. Genuinely, I don't know. It was weeks ago I did this. I ordered this and I planned it in what description of planning I mustered. Because I am a clown man. So, I believe it was some jumpers for the big... If you remember the big windows at the front of the houses. Because, again, the man who modelled it used square windows that do not exist since, like, 1975. So, some jumpers into technical bricks for that. And the doors were going to be these lads with a burgundy door, which looks kind of like a thing. And the upstairs, once again, had two of these windows. And then they had little tiny windows, which I believe I've done with... one by one grey squares. Or plates, as the technical term is. I don't know, I'm not really a Lego YouTube knowledge man. I'm just a sad man with too much time on his hands who thought this would be a fun thing to build. And over time I intend to build all of Kanto in this. Whether I do or not depends entirely on how bothered I can be. Do I not have the jumpers for this? Am I missing a jumper? Or am I just bad at finding things? I mean, there it is. I'm bad at finding things. I can't really see because I've got a camera in front of me. Oh, that clicked on so perfectly square, it's unreal. Right, so now I'll piece them together, which is annoying because they don't really they don't really fit very happily. Nothing holds them together a lot of the time. But I believe the back of them may just be block. How did I even build this? Did I even plan this properly? I may very well not have planned this at all. Because the top is like, it's 3 wide. I don't have those bits. I may just not have bought them because I am an idiot. Did I maybe have grey plates for something? Was the height wrong? I don't know. I've got these 1x3 grey plates, which they maybe should have been actual 1x3 bricks. That would explain some things, wouldn't it? This is turning out to be a really good insight into how my brain does or does not work. So for those who get out for the first time, I'm sorry. So 1x1 red on top of a 1x to the sides. And then the middle is 3 of these, which I do have enough of, if I can turn them over and lay them down. There you go. Down the middle of the roof like that. I don't think I have any of the bricks that I needed to have. Because I have... So if I have to put together the front of a house, and then put it down, that's the front of the house. That's what the front of the house kind of looks like. And behind that, there should be 2 2x3 bricks going up, and the top. I've got 3 of these for some reason. I don't know why I have 3 of those, because I would never need 3 of those for anything, because I don't think those will ever appear. I could use them to make a one part of the roof, but I'm not sure it'll be useful. Is that even anywhere near correct? Was that actually too low? No, that is right. That is supposed to be. This will be 2 plates. So it's 2 plates then. So that's maybe what I did then. So I'm only missing then 1x3 grey plates, which seems a lot less insane to have missed out when ordering the parts. I will say, when I was doing this list, I didn't write it all down beforehand because it is 297 pieces. The order I did, of which 4 were base plates for something else. So 395 parts just for this, which is an insane amount of parts. So most of them are so small it is unreal. Please fit on there. I need to try and work out exactly what I did wrong and then try and do it right. So you go on here. The houses are coming together, by which I of course mean if I just pretend the back houses are meant to be missing, it's fine. Yeah, I'm definitely missing lots of pieces from this, but that's on me. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't order them. So maybe this part should be more than 395 pieces. It should be like, well, I guess 399. There's bits at the back. Because I also don't seem to have enough 1x1 grey plates. I am just an idiot, aren't I? Oh no, I've got them for here. I'm just an idiot. They're literally in front of me. Do I have any 1x3 grey bits in my house? No. Why would I have those? Why would I have those pieces in my house? I don't have that much Lego in this house, realistically. But that's kind of how the structure of a house should be. So I'm missing basically the structure, the back of the houses. I've got these though. Well, fantastic. I've got those lads. I don't know what for. I don't know what they're going to be. Because they're literally not needed. Well, let's keep going and see what I can finish. So, at the front of Pallet Town, near where the water is, there's a row of little fencey bits, which the guy who designed this used on their own round studs. Which, yeah, that's a good job of showing a fence, isn't it? That's what fences look like. They're things. This audio is awful, and I'm sorry, but you know, I'm recording on my phone. My phone's held in a position. Just doing stuff now. The little plants, the flowers, for the wonderful flower beds. So, I have several colours of flowers. I think in some versions they have more flowers, but when it comes to modelling them, you kind of have to go with, you know, what works in the scale. So the guy who designed this went with minimal flowers, which is fine because, you know, I think it works quite well with minimal flowers. I'll try and turn these so they line up better. Demonetized. Should I put music on this? Should I edit this? Probably, but I'm not going to. Now, I think that next to these bits of fence behind it, I remember there's like a little square, like a bench bit. There's just, you just need a brown tile to represent it. So if you come here, you can enjoy this brown tile. And then 3 little fencey bits. So I can pull them out of the box, which I can't do because I'm bad. Why is there a fence there? I don't know. Maybe because there's not enough houses. I want to stop someone getting to these flowers. Maybe Maybe as a child in your little Pokemon house, you just used to run out and just ruin these flowers. I thought, I'll put a fence there in a brown square. That'll put them off. And then for water, I bought, for some reason I bought a load of blue and some pale. Was I going to put these on the windows? Was I going to do something with these? Because I've got lots of different pale. I think I may have just bought different ones so I could try like mottling the blues for the water. So instead of just having one massive blue, it's a distant difference. Because I didn't buy them in plates, so I can't like, you know, put them on as windows. Because, you know, that will be hard because these are just tiles and I can't put tiles on anything. I could put them on the windows of Oak's Lab, but that would look awful. So, does these blues look okay? That looks alright, isn't it? Shows that there's water there. It's wonderfully twinkling, or whatever. It's full of all those Pokemon you can catch at this point. Just Magikarps, I'm pretty sure. Nothing but crappy Magikarps. So, what else have I got that I could put on? Well, for some reason, I've missed out an important part of Pallet Town. You know, Professor Oak's assistant has his lunch. Well, apparently what he does is he walks out of the lab and he goes to this weird bit of fence, which could be chairs. It could be anything, either side of this little grey square. I can't remember seeing it, but having a thing there does make it look better. Maybe it's a sign to show this is where his lab is. I don't know, I can't remember. And this green bit is for the door of his lab, which I might try and put down so we understand that he does have a lab. He's not, in fact, just not there. I am, in fact, just terrible. I would say my job, but I'm not bad at job. I'm just terrible at this. And then I've just got, I'm missing a jumper for the front where the door would go on, just like that. I'm not put that on because it's pointless. The tops, I've got these which are not needed at all. Although I could maybe use them, but maybe I could. Maybe I was supposed to get these in grey. Maybe actually that might make sense. You know what? Let's build them in red, because that way I'll have this almost finished, and then I'll just at some point in the future swap them out with, you know, grey. I might have grey downstairs, but I want to get this finished now, so I'm just going to finish it in a mixed magic. I should use orange. I could use the orange, whatever. So the guy put a lot of effort into these houses, making them look really cool and accurate to the game. And I've just made these look awful by just not squaring things up. It's like if a chimp was given Lego. Yeah, I've got a model. I'm just going to badly follow the instructions, like half made myself. His lab, that goes there. Now, all I've got to do, also this is the chimney for his lab. We could go on a little grey jumper here, but I don't have it because I'm an idiot. I don't have it, so. Oh, it's tree time, isn't it? And obviously, Pallet Town famously is in the middle of a wood. I mean, in Gen 1 it was surrounded by just fences. But, you know, I also definitely have a space here that shouldn't be there. That's probably because I just didn't measure it when I ordered all the bits. Because I kind of worked out what everything was made of, ordered those bits, and then I kind of assumed the groundwork and worked it all out. And I probably didn't calculate the length very well. So if you're playing this G1 Pallet Town, you can just run out of here to catch all the peekabloos that are over here. And if you got that joke, I hope you look forward to drawing your pension very soon. Because, yeah, you're old. If you don't know what it is, Google it. Google it and realise that old people and people play Pokemon Waiting for Gen 2. We're gullible idiots. I'm going to spin this round because it's all the same distance to get to. I don't know how long I'm going to be putting these trees on for. I don't know why I haven't just done this as a speed up bit, but I've got to practice my commentary, which is obviously what I'm doing right now. Not just talking absolute shite. So if I'm going to order probably the next part, Route 1, at some point, and calculate that, and then maybe replace the wrong bits with right bits. I'm going to try and leave that tiny little bush for later, so no one will notice I've effed up. That one is missing a brown bit, and I mean, they probably just didn't send me enough brown bits. Maybe I got too many green bits. Place bets now. Do I have too many brown? Sorry, too many green and not enough brown? Was I shortchanged? Or did I get a bonus? Have I made one of these trees too tall? Have I used the browns where I shouldn't have done? I mean, the browns are only on these. So realistically, I can't use it anywhere else. I would have probably noticed. Unless I like pick it up and it's just in my hand or something. Or maybe I've eaten it, thinking it was a tiny chocolate button. This bit down here is... I'm fairly sure, I do not remember this being just one mass of trees. But I looked at some pictures and it was, so maybe I didn't spend a lot of time in the bottom left hand corner of Pallet Town looking at the 2 nougat, 1 white flower, the brown square, and all these trees, thinking, wow, I'm so glad we moved here and I get to be a Pokemon adventure master, man. Doing all my cool Pokemon adventures, catching all those Pokemon that I just give horribly offensive names to. If you ever got a Pokemon traded from me on Ruby, Sapphire, where you can Wonder Trade things away, I'm sorry if I just traded you a Pokemon with a horrible name. I was an idiot and I probably thought it was funny. Oh, sweet. Did I get too many? Can I not count? We don't know. But I do appear to have a spare. If I put that there, you'll never notice. So I do appear to have a spare tree and a spare almost tree. I think. Yeah, it looks correct to me. I've also got these tiles over here. Wow. Exciting. What do I do now? I guess I'll just do some sweet shots of it in 3D. Look at that. It's really badly lined up and I haven't got a roof on Professor Oak's house. Wow. Do quite like that. And I probably will get Route 1 and then try to the entirety of Kanto. Maybe by Christmas. Look at that side. That side looks horrible because of a little low bit. The houses are quite good though. Mad props to that original guy. I'll probably put his like link to his Reddit posts. I don't endorse things made on Reddit, but his stuff was pretty cool. His designs for Pokemon. But I had to then... I literally only changed like the windows that look awful from being square windows that don't exist anymore. Most of it's just what he did. So yeah. Now I've got to edit this into a video. That'll be easy, because I'm just going to stick it together, because I'm very, very lazy.